enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Drex and this is going to be something a little different than what I normally been doing with video games. Well, first off, it's been a while. I know it has been a while. I kind of took some time off from doing some of this. I just do enjoy just playing video games. My daughter was busy over the summer, so keeping up with her is it's almost like a 9-to-5 job. I had a whole misadventure of I got a whole new desk because I wanted to get like an L-shaped desk, messing around with green screens. But yeah, I kind of things are kind of getting into place, and I'm kind of liking the way that I have my oh yeah, I mentioned the desk. I got a new desk, hated it. My wife graciously, she took it and she has it for her work from home upstairs. But I figured I would do Powerwash Simulator to show you this new toy that I got. I have a new controller for gaming, and I figured I would clean a house while discussing this new thing. So we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna see exactly where I can put this on the screen without too much interference. I don't think you really need to see the bottom left corner. That's just telling you what I'm using. So I'm gonna put that camera. That's the other thing, is I have a new camera, Badoosh. And let me I think I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. I don't know. That seems to be taking up a lot of real estate. So I'm gonna put that down here. Actually, I don't know. Where am I gonna put me? No, I'm not gonna put that there. You don't need to know if I'm crouching or standing or whatever. So I'm gonna put this over here. So this is my new toy. That's still that's big. Put that back. All right. So there. This is my new toy. It is called the Azeron Cyborg. And I just want to point out from the start, I am in no way sponsored by this company. This is called the Azeron Cyborg. And this is I believe this is the original iteration. They have a Cyborg 2 out. The month after I bought this, they announced Cyborg 2. I'm a little upset by that. Had I known there was going to be such a thing as a Cyborg 2, I would have waited. Doesn't matter. I still love this controller. This controller is amazing. I think the only difference between this and the Cyborg 2 is that it has the Hall effect thumbstick, which is right here. And the new one has in it, I guess it helps better with stick drift. You know, it cuts down on that a little bit. But this thing is fantastic, and I absolutely love this controller. If you can and have the means and the money to buy this thing, I wholeheartedly support this. I love keyboard mouse playing. I got used to it, but you know, as far as aiming goes and things like that is so much better with a mouse. But the control part of moving your character around with the WASD is a little rigid. You know what I mean? It's not the most intuitive. I saw this in a TikTok ad as I'm scrolling through TikTok, and I kind of ignored it at first. I'm like, that looks silly. I'm not going to get that. Then it kept showing up. I finally clicked on the site to check it out, and I'm like, you know, that thing might actually be amazing. And I kind of looked into it to see what other people said about it, and a lot of people loved it. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna check it out. It is about around the cost of Xbox Elite controller, so around $200, depending on the accessories and what you get. Like I said, I bought this little this snaps to it to give it like it doesn't sit flat. It sits at an angle, and that kind of helps with ergonomics and stuff like that. It just snaps on there and just makes it sit at an angle a little bit. But that costs money. That costs a little extra. I bought the better the thumbstick. So all that added to the cost. So you can actually get this thing for probably about $170, $180, but mine went north of $200. But basically what it does is replaces keys, taking key bindings and put it to this thing instead of on the keyboard. It's just I don't have to reach for the one button or like hit reload R for reload, or it's all right here within a finger's reach. I'm gonna try to talk while cleaning this house. I'm gonna get started on this house. Like I said, I love the keyboard and mouse. I love playing with the keyboard and mouse. It's like I said, it's definitely a learning curve, and using this thing is definitely a learning curve. Let me put that back. Did I put that back in frame? It's but keyboard and mouse was a learning curve when I went from controller, because I was always a console player. I always played on PlayStation. Was my, well, I don't want to say the original console. I've been riding consoles since the Atari, buddy. When I seriously got into like playing video games and things like that, it definitely PlayStation. I was a PlayStation guy first. I bought the Xbox later on in its lifetime, probably right before the Xbox 360 came out. I bought an original Xbox, and then I bought the 360 a little bit later. But anyway, that's, you don't need to know my history. Just that I was a console player, used to controllers, but keyboard and mouse was not something that was like I really did a lot. I understood the concept of it and how it worked, but I was just like, nah, that's stupid. I'm going to use a controller. So fast forward, started playing Warcraft, and I started, okay, that's on PC, so I now need to learn how to play mouse and keyboard. And then I started playing games like Destiny and first-person shooters and, you know, stuff on it. So PC kind of actually started taking over as my go-to gaming machine. Like I said, I saw this thing on TikTok, checked it out, ordered it. I believe, I don't believe, it came from Europe. This thing is 3D printed. If I'm not wrong, I believe it came from Latvia, I believe, which I didn't realize that when I bought it. Not that that would have changed anything. I would have kind of maybe looked more into it. But whenever I saw that the shipping, whenever it shipped, like one of the first cities was like Latvia or something like that. And I was like, ooh, this is over in Europe. Okay, this might be a while. So, and because of the custom, because my hand's a little bit bigger, I got the larger one, and that's not usually, I assume that's not readily available all the time. Maybe not even in the color that I got it, which the color of this is the reason I got this purple. I don't know if it really shows up very well in the thing, but like this is like purple, and these are actually pink color. You really can't tell because of the lighting in here. The name of the color is called Sneaky Lily. And I was like, one, I love the color of it. Two, it's perfectly named because my daughter's name's Lily. Three, that color was on sale. I don't know, maybe they had a bunch of them and maybe they didn't sell quite as much. I don't know the reasoning, but it was a little bit less off. I'm like, oh, that's a sign if I ever saw one. Get a little bit of a discount and get exactly what I want. So, but yeah, it's it said 1 to 3 weeks it was going to take. So I was like, okay, I just kind of was like, it's going to be a while. So I kind of I wrote it off as when it comes in, and it comes in. Well, it came in within a week. I was surprised at how fast they got this thing to me. I appreciate, like I said, it might have just worked out that way and then, you know, had nothing to do with anything. But the fact that it got there within a week was amazing. Coming from Europe, you know, going overseas. But yeah, I can't sing Azeron's praises enough. Fantastic company. They seem to have incredible customer service, and I got it right before a weekend, which I was ecstatic about, because I was like, okay, I think I got it on a Friday at my house. I even took it into work to show a couple of the guys that game there, to let them check it out and see what they thought. And this is all before I even played it. I didn't even know how the thing even worked. I just took the box in there and I was just showing them like, yep, this is this won't be my new controller. And yeah, it took probably a better portion of that weekend to get used to the new inputs, the new normal for me now. Now, like I said, it's been weeks. I've had it for a few weeks now. And it's kind of become second nature for me, because I anytime I set up a new setup, I kind of put things in the similar places. And I said I play a lot of action games. I play a lot of first-person shooter games. And they all have similar inputs, you know, shoot, reload, you know, grenade, you know, whatever, a duck, jump. You know, you kind of put them in the similar areas. So like I said, it's, and I kind of keep that in mind whenever I make a new setup. So that's the other thing, is this thing has a program that comes with it that makes it so simple to keybind. Azeron, and this is my setup for a power washer. This is Powerwash Simulator, and these are the buttons that I have. So if I wanted this button, which is the one, it's my index finger, and I push it forward, that button right there, if I want to make that M for some reason, I do that, hit the M button, that is now M. It's just so simple, and if you don't want it there, hit clear, it's gone. But yeah, these are all like the games that I have setups for. You know, Destiny, like I said, is a lot more involved. There's a lot more buttons, things like that. But then you have games that like, what is it? Or House Flipper. Yeah, as I said, there's only a few inputs that you need for it. But see this right here? I'm pointing, like you can see what I'm pointing at, but where my mouse is at, see that little link? That means when I start that game up, it's linked to the execute file. So when the game starts up, if I have this running in the background, it'll automatically go to my setup. No, it works perfectly. If I play Resident Evil 4, it goes right to that. Now, these two up here are on board, which means that I can store two directly on my controller. And there's a switch that I can hit back here that lights up 1 and 2. And that tells me, you know, something. I play Destiny all the time, so I have Destiny on here. But half the time I just leave the software on, running in the background. And whatever game I play automatically goes to. I don't have to hit anything. So that's what I think the Cyborg 2 has 6 on board. That was the other thing that's kind of different than this. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. I think you have two, like, see, there's a thumb button right here. I think the Cyborg 2 has 2 thumb buttons that you can use. But like I said, it's pretty much the same. But like I said, if I'd have known, I kind of want it for that Hall effect thumbstick. That's one thing that has plagued me in most of my controllers, is stick drift. And the amount of money that I pay for this thing, I don't want this thing to have stick drift. Although there are tools to help fix that if you do happen to get stick drift on this thing. So there's ways to actually kind of fix it, and if it does happen. But if you have like the Hall effect one, it generally doesn't happen to those, I guess. I don't know. Never had one that had a Hall effect. So now this controller works great for action games, for third-person shooters, for first-person shooters. Even like some of the indie stuff, like, you know, like Dave the Diver and Dredge, games like that. Like I said, it works great for that stuff. What I have found is it's not the best for like racing games. I played Forza, tried to play Forza with it. I usually play Forza with a controller. But just because I like the gas and brake on the triggers, I feel like it feels more natural. You know, the pressure to, you know, you can put a little bit of pressure on your brakes, or a lot of pressure on your brakes. That's one thing I would say, that if you do a lot of racing games, things like that, this might not be the controller for you. I don't know. I haven't tried to play sports games, because the only sports games I really like are hockey. I don't really play Madden, so I don't know if this would be very good for Madden or not. That'd be something you'd have to like look into or read up on and see if that's something that's a problem. But for shooters and action games like that, or for most games, I'd say for 90% of the games that are out there, this thing's gonna work great for you. You know, World of Warcraft. I just off the top of my head, like all the buttons and the bars that you need for World of Warcraft, this thing is going to be amazing for that. I think the other game that I mean, it works for Baldur's Gate, but like I said, I need to work with the settings on that and what I would like it to do, because of the way that Baldur's Gate controls. It's not like you're using the stick to move the character around. It's more of a point and click, and your character moves. So it really wasn't that might actually be better played with the keyboard. But But I'll mess around with that a little bit more. I might find a better way to do that. And there's not very many things that I would, and like I said, I use the word endorsed. Like I said, I'm not endorsed by this company at all. I'm not getting money to say anything about this product. It's just when I get something that works so good for me, I know there's other people out there that are looking for something like this that may not be aware of it, and I'd like to spread that awareness for something that's so good. So yeah, check it out, see what you think. Go check out their website. It's Azeron on azeron.com. I'll put the link in the description, and check it out for yourselves. Like I said, it's they have other products. They have a mouse that is like an all-in-one thing. Like you don't even need anything else. It could one-handed controls everything. So I mean, I'm sure that would be great for people that have a handicap. Maybe they don't have use of one of their arms, and it's reversible depending on which one you want to use, which hand you want to use. So that's fantastic stuff like that, where it's more accessibility for more people to play the games that I absolutely love. I am for, and I completely would support those companies. Job complete. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna probably incorporate this camera right here. I'm gonna incorporate this camera on some of the games that I play, so you can see that I'm using this thing. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'd be extremely happy to answer any questions you would have for this thing. If there's anything that I haven't covered, yeah, let me know. And if you actually own one of these, tell me your experiences with it, whether you like it, things you like, things you didn't. Like I said, everybody's different. Everybody plays games differently. So this worked great for me, but it might not work great for, other people. So I completely understand that. But this is like my first tech video. I don't know if I'm going to get into a lot of tech videos, but if I come across another piece of technology that I absolutely love, I'm going to make a video like this. And just like I said, just to get awareness. I'm not going to, if I get different pieces of tech all the time. I don't know how many earbuds I have that I bought off TikTok. I was going through my drawer whenever I kind of moved these things back, and I had like six pairs of like earbuds, ones that don't go in your ear, ones that wrap around your ear, ones that, it's a sickness, but I love technology. I'm not going to do a video that slams any company. I'll let the product speak for itself. If there's something that I absolutely love, I will put it on this channel and I will get it out there for as many people to see. Yeah, let me know if you like this video by hitting a like. Yeah, well, maybe we'll make some more videos like this. There's some good games coming up in the near future here in September, and I think some in October, that I'm gonna get back to recording again. My daughter's back in school. I'm starting to find some time in my new schedule at work. Look forward to some videos coming in the near future, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.